Hola. From the west side. It is me, DC, the Purple Diva. Welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is having a great evening. Hey, Tattered Hearts. Yeah, you are first. How was your Tuesday? Hey, J-Dog. How are you? Happy Tuesday. How are you guys doing tonight? Lazy Panda. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm going to get started in just a second, guys. I'm actually fixing some food for somebody. Gotta play. Oh, wow. You haven't played a mobile game in like 2 years? I don't really, I play Mahjong. I play puzzle games. But I'm going to let you guys listen to music and hear me talking from across the room for a second because I got to fix some plates of food for some gentlemen. So I'm going to be doing that while I'm talking. But it's supposed to rain tonight here in Southern California. And actually, it's already started drizzling a little bit. But supposed to be raining all day tomorrow. Supposed to be raining all day tomorrow. Yeah, I'm starting a little late tonight because I cooked late, guys. Y'all hear me moving plates around in the kitchen. So I can make sure everybody has a plate in front of them. Then I can sit down and I can run my mouth, so to speak. But in the news today, Kamala Harris, as I said in my earlier chat, has dropped out of the Democratic race. So I'm wondering what her future plans are. Because some people think that she might be positioning herself to be a vice president candidate. I don't know about that. Because I don't think that she's got enough support. I personally think that she should stick to just being a junior senator or whatever she is. I don't even remember. I think she's the senator. And not be aspiring for other stuff at this stage. I don't think she's ready for it. And I think she needs to broaden her perspective when it comes to her constituents in the state of California before she tries to take on the entire nation. That's just my thoughts in regards to that, you know. But she's saying that her reason for dropping out is because she's running out of money. And I agree that she is probably running out of money. I agree that she's probably running out of money. Here you go, son. You know, and that is probably part of the rationale. But let me bring some salt to you guys. Sorry. Coming, guys. I'm serving people food. There's some more salt for you guys. All right, let me see who else came in the room. Yeah. Are you playing Pokemon? I haven't played Pokemon. My son used to like Pokemon, like when he was much younger. I don't think but I used to like the old games, guys. I'm talking about like Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Centipede, Millipede. That's the stuff that I used to like to get into. It's so funny because all the games that everybody plays now, we used to go to arcades to play the games. That's the only place you could play them. And now, everybody has an arcade in their phone. And, you know, that's on top of having a PlayStation. You know? Can you give me your glass, please? Oh, well, then I don't want that one. I'll get you that one. But I think that having the convenience of the games in our phones has a lot of people playing games a lot more than they probably should be. But it is a nice therapeutic thing to do that you can get. Once you start playing a game, it's hard to stop. At least for me. I like the ATV games too, though. One more second, guys. I'm just on the last thing. I know I sound like I'm far, far away in the room. But I am actually not that far away from the not that far away. But I'm coming right back now. Just gotta make sure everybody's happy and has food in front of them before I'm seriously sitting there trying to talk to you guys, because it could be a situation for me. I don't like to have unhappy men in my house, so. All right, I'm sitting in front of the computer now. I'm fully attention. Hi, Yuan. How are you? How are you doing? Yeah, I'm not playing as many video games as I used to. Not as many as I used to. You know what I'm gonna do? I didn't do my normal share on my community tab. That's how far behind I'm running. So I'm gonna share out the stream on my community tab too. Give me 1 second while I'm doing that. I'm sharing it out. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I want to create a post. Here we go. Come. So I'm sharing it out on my community tab. I'm so behind tonight, guys. I'm so behind tonight that I don't think Kamala Harris dropping out of the race is going to have much impact at all. At all. I just don't think it will. All right, so I got that posted. All right, so now I posted it out. I'm good. Told y'all it's one of those nights for me. It's one of those nights for me. But yes, it's raining tonight here, so I guess that means that it's going to be snowing again. I guess, let me see, the rain it's starting tomorrow, really. The heavy rain is starting here tomorrow. And that means that probably by the weekend, the rain that we're getting is going to be hitting the East Coast. So, I mean, it's already cold back there. And this is just going to keep you guys in the snow on the East Coast. Had to take a drink of my drink. Just looking to see in the chat. But I really think that the Democratic Party needs to get it together. Because if Kamala Harris dropping out hurts them, then that's an issue. I don't think it is, because she's been struggling for so long. And, you know, everybody says she's a good worker and everything, but I was never clear about what her platform was. You know, because she was talking about stuff and acting like she was one way when she was state attorney general in California, had a completely different view. So I don't think it was going to be very successful for her. That's just my opinion, though. You know, that's just my opinion in regards to that. But on another note, it appears that I was wrong in regards to the YouTube drama being over between content creators. It appears that it's just going on and on. My concern is that it's really distracting everybody from putting out good content, while you have the ones who are creating the drama, and then you have people responding to the drama that's being created. It's like a back and forth cycle. Like a back and forth cycle. Let's see. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. And if you're in the clouds looking, come on out of the clouds. Hey, AKA James. How are you? Tuesday night, dude. Tuesday night. I came on for a little while tonight just to talk some more. I don't know if I'm going to stay on my normal length of time, but I'm going to be on for a little while. Yeah, I'm chilling. I've been watching that The Voice. And they've got these little 14-year-old girls. They call themselves Sunday. Those little girls have a good chance of winning. Their voices are so beautiful together. But John Legend has this other chick. And she's also really, really good. And I think she's going to have a really long career. I can't remember her name. It's Katie. Yeah. Her name is Katie. She did an Adele song that pushed her through. Last night. And then tonight, I guess John Legend and Kelly are doing an updated version of Baby It's Cold Outside. Because they're putting out a Christmas album, or he's putting out a new Christmas album. Because I think he did one before. So he's doing a new one. And they performed that. They performed that tonight. But what I'm really waiting for is that other show, The Masked Singer, to come back. Because I just know one of those guys is that guy from that show on Netflix, Pose. And I think one of the other guys might be Jamie Foxx. Everybody knew that was Patti LaBelle, though. They got unmasked 2 weeks ago because they took a break for Thanksgiving. Is it cold where you are right now, James? Because I forget what part of the country you're in. I know a lot of the country it's cold in. It's not cold here in Cali. Not cold at all here in Cali. What's my food? My son is trying to eat the little bit of food that I put to the side for myself. Won't let me have my own food. That is just crazy on his part. But on another note, the folks did get in contact with me, so he is going to get his assessment hopefully by next week, so we can start getting him into some adaptive behavior therapy to help him, just to better articulate himself. And so that we don't have any major meltdowns, that we can kind of reduce those down to next to nothing. I know it's a kind of mellow night for me tonight, so I know I'm not real talkative. I haven't been real talkative a lot of times in the since the holiday. I guess I'm just getting myself reacclimated. But I was listening for more information in regards to the that AGT thing that's going on, and the jury's still out. But I really think that Simon Cowell is going to have to address the situation himself personally, because even though no one's looking at him sideways yet in regards to this, and they're just mainly looking at NBC, this is such a black eye to me on AGT, because the whole reason that they brought Gabrielle Union and Julianne Hough on there was supposedly so that they can get a younger demographic. And it did get them, it got them a larger demographic. So now you fire them both from the show after one season. Who are you going to replace them with? Are you going to bring back Mel B and Heidi Klum? Are you going to go back? You know? I mean, they seem to bring the ratings up of the show. And it just seems to me that whatever the difficulties were, they should have been worked out without displacing the ladies from employment on the show. Hey, sad kid. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Yeah, it's a belated after Thanksgiving. In the next couple of weeks, I'll be talking about Christmas. You know, and the real origins of the day that we actually celebrate Christmas on. Also going to be giving some background on Hanukkah, even though I'm not Jewish, but I'm going to give some background on it. And then I'm also going to give some background on Kwanzaa. Yeah, it's the holiday season, so I'm going to give some background on all of the holidays over the next couple of weeks. Oh, it's Wednesday for you. It's still Tuesday for me. It's still Tuesday for me in the West. Well, happy Wednesday, sad kid. It's already the middle of the week for you. 2 more days to go. No, I said I'm not Jewish, but I'm going to still give information about the history of Hanukkah. That's what I said. Yeah, I'm not Jewish, but I'm still going to give, some information about the history of Hanukkah, as well as the history of, Christians or a lot of the world celebrating Christmas And then I'm going to give some information on Kwanzaa. Yeah, it might have sounded like that. Maybe I was talking too fast, that kid. Did I take any DNA tests? No. So, you know, part of my family could possibly be part of the, you know, Israelites. But I don't think they're part of the ones that are actually in Israel now. That's right. I never know. I may be an Israelite, you know, part of the lost tribe. But, you know, I'm just going to give information on the historical meanings of Hanukkah and its origins and everything and how it came about. Oh, I know. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, sad kid. But Israel, you know, the original Israelites came from Africa, so who knows? Since I'm a descendant of someone who also came from Africa. Who knows? All right. Go ahead and make sure she gets that food, sad kid. Oh, you're hungry too. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of eating and talking, but not really. I gave most of the food to everybody else. You know? And my son, ironically, thinks that everything is for him. He doesn't think anybody else should be eating any of the food. He thinks whenever I cook that I'm only cooking for him and that I couldn't possibly be cooking for myself. I mean, why would I do that? And I wonder what he's fixing. I wonder what sad kid, I wonder what you're fixing. I'll ask him when he comes back. Sad kid's funny. Look and see if do I have some cloud watchers? I see 4 people. It says there's 4 people, but I don't see 4 people in the chat. I see J-Dog. I see Tatterheart. I see AKA James. Okay, yeah, I see. Okay, there are 4 people. It's just a sad kid was talking. So that's all I had to roll back up to find the rest of you guys. All right, somebody left. Hey, Nathan, how are you? Thanks for coming through. Even if it's just for a minute, I appreciate it, Nathan. Thank you so much for coming through for a minute. Yep, no, I'm just doing a kind of mellow one tonight. Not a whole bunch of talking, just listening to the music and then me intervening my voice in every once in a while to just talk a little bit about random stuff tonight. I could get into some deep stuff, but I'm not really in a deep conversation mood tonight. I just want to keep it real light. Because I only came on here to do, just kind of a short live for the night since I came on earlier today. But I think I'm gonna start doing more of the ones during the day. The only thing is that when I do them during the day, I can't really give like a specific time. I just pop up. It just depends on when I have some free time during my work day. But sometimes I think I try to do them like early in the day, but it never works out. By the time I'm actually able to come on, it's usually like late afternoon or evening in the East. And then it's a good time for like some of the folks that are in the UK and in the Philippines, because it's like a good time over there. Whereas when I do these ones at nighttime, it's good for people who are in the West. And it's like early morning in some of the other parts of the world. And I know that it's like daytime on the continent, but I think this is the time when everybody's at work that works. So it's like morning time. So it's like 8-something in the morning, 8-ish, 7-ish, 8-ish on the continent of Africa. And then I know like in the Philippines, it's like early afternoon right now. I always get it mixed up because I know that the UK is 8 hours ahead of me. But I always, when I come on, I always think about, well, what time is it in other parts of the world? Because, I do like to be able to let people catch me. So that's one of the reasons why I'm starting to do more of the pop-ups during the day, even if I'm just on for like 30 minutes just to come on. And when I do the daytime ones, if you ever catch me on the ones that are daytime, and I'm talking about daytime like in California. So when I come on doing those ones, I don't use my avatar because I'm using a different app and I'm not on my desktop. I'm usually on my phone when I come on during the day, and I'm usually sitting at my desk working. But you guys know what? I'm starting to see some of the people that have been doing those really, really long, doing some of those silent overnight streams. Some of them, I'm starting to see some of them get monetized now, But they're doing like 11-hour live streams overnight. And I don't even know how I could do that. Of course, I've been in live streams where people have literally had panels that went for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. And those are interesting, but they're never planned to be that long. But the silent live streams, they're pretty much planned to be long ones. I don't know. Maybe they don't start out as silent. Some of them I know they start out as ones where they're talking, and then like somewhere in the middle of the stream, they'll switch it over to the silent stream, and then I guess they have whatever their screensaver is on it.
Yeah.
But I've only been to like maybe like a handful of them. And I just wonder if there's a lot of people, if you get a lot of people that come into the silent streams. I don't know. I figure, my attention span, something has to be going on in the stream for me. That's me, I think it's just my attention span. Somebody's got to be talking, some music's got to be playing, something's got to be going on as a sign of life. I don't think, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I know I'm rambling. But I really want to make some of these nighttime streams not just, the not so random chat. I think I want to make some of them panel discussions. I just have to, like the one that I had with Terry. And if Terry comes in here tonight, I wanted to talk to him, but I'm not sure if he's going to make it tonight. So last night he was having issues, but I think he may not be having issues today, because if you guys get a chance, go look at Terry's channel, Nkuma Touré's channel. Look at his channel. He did a video this morning that was very, very good. And it was really just dealing with the African identity, and not just the African identity on the continent, but for everyone who is of African descent, I would say probably majority African descent, because everybody's of African descent, since that's where humanity started, but, people who are part of the diaspora, just talking about the different ways that people identify themselves. For me personally, I think that we have the most confusion in how we identify ourselves in the United States in comparison to people of African descent that are in other parts of the world, be it in South America, in the Caribbean, on the, in Europe, and obviously on the continent, it's much more simplistic, because most people on the continent, they will identify themselves by the colonial countries that they come from, but they will also identify themselves by whatever tribe that they come from. And I think that that's a part that is missing for most of us, even though, now they have these new ancestry, tests where people can get a much better idea of what part of Africa, and even down to potentially the tribe that they're from, Hey, Terry, you did come in. Yeah, America is the game, Dave. It is the game. We are the only African people who don't necessarily have a full identity out of the diaspora. We can't decide who we are. We can't decide who we are. And Terry, I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing that thing. I know that thing that was on the other channel was very, very, very long, but I knew you didn't have to listen to the full 10 hours because I didn't listen to the full 10 hours. I couldn't make it through the full 10 hours. I don't even know how the people who are actually in that chat made it through the full 10 hours. You know, maybe people were taking shifts, taking naps and stuff while they were in there, but they were kind of all over the place, and they kind of mixed the Pan-African in there. But I wanted you to listen to it because I knew that the way that the gentleman on the panel was talking about Pan-Africanism was not the same as your ideology. So I was really glad that you did a breakdown in your video. Yeah, I'm really glad you put that out there because, I had no idea that there were different ideologies within Pan-Africanism. But apparently there are. The only one that I really was familiar with was, more closely aligned with how you talk about it. But when I heard this other view in that chat, that's what I was like, I need to tell Terry to listen to this because this is coming from a whole nother viewpoint. But I did mention this a little earlier in the conversation, but I'm going to mention it again. Is that I apologize for being wrong about thinking that all of the drama had gone away, because then more stuff, more back and forth happened today, and apparently another person has been doxxed that had nothing to do with any of the stuff. They just were a casualty in this doxing war. And apparently, the person was a mod in one of the other people who had been originally doxed chat. And so the person who's been doing all the doxing now apparently has put out their information too. And I don't even know this particular person, but yeah. And so now more people's information is, parts of their information is out there. And then apparently somebody's video got flagged down. Yeah, a video got flagged down. People are jumping up and down because their pictures are being posted. It's just getting ugly. And so instead of content, your regular content, whatever it is that you would normally be doing, stay tuned for our normal programming. Instead of the normal programming, this is what is going on. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was there. I didn't see the video that apparently got flagged that went up yesterday. I didn't see that one though. But apparently that video had a whole bunch of information in regards to how some people really feel about our sector, which is, truly sad. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, when's December 10th? I'm like, I mean, people, and it's like they're fighting back and forth. And I just wish that it would stop before someone takes this off of YouTube to a point. It's just not good what they're doing. Because people are threatening to take stuff to the streets. None of these people even know each other. I mean, but clearly, I'll just say this. People must be very, very careful about what information they give out to anybody on YouTube for any reason. Period, point blank. That's why I like the fact that a lot of the content creators are using like Teespring, for their merchandise and stuff, because then everything is going through a third party. You're not giving your personal information to a YouTuber if you're conducting business with them to support them, And then the unfortunate thing is that people are doing businesses where, they do need to exchange that type of information, like if they're doing a tech business, or maybe they're making personal items and they're, doing them from their actual YouTube page. Now, those people have to be concerned about, people not wanting to give information so that they can sell their products. Yeah, it is. It's just, you dox me, okay, I'm gonna dox you. Or you dox this person, now I'm gonna put out your information. And I mean, I get it. I get the original information, but to me, now everybody's doxing everybody. Even the people who were the original, everybody's, putting out information on somebody else to get. It's just a what kind of show. And then, I mean, we all know, adult language and whatnot and everything. But I just think that I wish that we didn't have to name call. I wish that people didn't feel that they needed to name call in all of the situation. I understand that they're angry. I get that, but it's just, it's just, I just think that I wish that there was a better way. I wish that there was a better way. Because this whole situation to me it's a distraction from the bigger picture. And what it is keeping people from the, who are trying to get monetized to that goal. And then it's also hurting monetization of ones who are already monetized. So, there's enough YouTube for everybody. It's really not necessary to dox people and put their personal information out there. Hey, Matt. How you doing? Hey, Darren. Yeah, I was just talking. Yeah, I'm just talking about, the situation with the doxing getting completely crazy at this particular point. To me, now videos are being flagged down. You know, people are recording other people's videos to prove that they're saying things, because people are saying things in videos and then they're making the videos private. You know, people are hiding their channels. So, and I had such high hopes that, you know, that the negativity was starting to slow down, you know, but it hasn't. But maybe we're at the, you know, at the calm, or maybe we're at the storm and then the calm is coming. I certainly hope it is. You know, because people just need to be here for knowledge and to have fun and to network and to learn, you know, do business, you know, legitimate business. Because to me, that's the only reason that anybody should have information. And then hopefully, you know, those who have those type of business also have third-party websites to deal with the information, so that people don't have to feel unsafe about their information getting out there. You know, anything, you know, their personal names, because a lot of people don't want their name on YouTube. You know, so that's the kind of stuff I hope stops. Because I don't know anybody's name who didn't tell me their name personally. How about that? You didn't tell me your name, I don't know it. And that's the way it should be. People shouldn't have any information that somebody didn't give to them themselves. Yeah. Yeah, Matt, that was a really good video. I really appreciate Terry breaking all of that down, because he was able to pretty much put that information out there in a very concise way. People need to go watch that video. Especially some of the B1 folk. Especially them. But, you know, where I am on YouTube, everything's peaceful, and, you know, we're all about knowledge and stuff over here. And we don't get into the drama. We will talk about it from afar, just, you know, hoping that there's some types of solutions. But since we don't really know the full information and we weren't involved in the situations, you know, really the only thing that we can take from it is take it as a teachable moment and a learning lesson. You know, I mean, because the same stuff, if you think about it, this same kind of crazy stuff happened back in the MySpace days. Y'all remember MySpace? Remember that? Yeah. People did crazy stuff back in those days too. You know, I don't see too much of it happening on, you know, on Facebook, but I'm sure it happens on there too, because people privatize their pages on there. You know, the best practice is don't put anything on the internet that you don't want anybody else to know. Period. Point blank. You know, Yeah. Yep. Terry is on it. But that's why I knew I wasn't doing like the best description of what was in that other video, but I knew that I understood where they were coming from, in some of the stuff that they were saying. And I understood some of the frustration and everything, but I'm glad that like you gave more examples in your video of, areas where there have been efforts on the continent, to revolt and to come with their own currency, that it's not a constant, everybody over there has their hand out looking for us on the in the diaspora to come and save them, and I don't know how some people got that idea, because I don't really think that that's really what's going on the continent. I do know that in some of the countries over there, they want us, meaning those of us in the diaspora that are able to invest, to invest in their countries. I'm like, because I was watching, it's another YouTube channel. I can't think of her name. I think her name is Dr. Hamay. I might not be pronouncing that right. But then she was talking about some of the superfoods that are available in certain countries on the continent that, are some of the types of foods that other countries, on other continents export, but that could be exports for some of the countries on the continent as well. Like, she was talking about honey, like, I guess it was a type of banana that they had. She named a couple of different ones, and she was just going over that on that. So, I mean, there's a lot of different ways that those of us in the diaspora can help our brothers and sisters on the continent to become empowered on their own. And I think that probably some of the things that you discussed are probably more in line with what will be more realistic for those of us here in the United States, for example, to try to get something, more realistic than the reparations that people keep trying to throw out there, like it's going to ever happen. It is fun to me because I'm not in any of the drama. It's just the drama saddens me, because, when I wasn't creating content and I was just, going from channel to channel, I didn't know about a lot of that stuff, but now that I am a content creator, I know about it, and it saddens me that it's going on, especially with grown folk. I mean, the kids are out there doing silly stuff on YouTube, and I'm not talking about kids. I mean, adult kids, younger people. They're disrespecting each other back and forth. And then you have, black men and black women going back and forth at each other. And then you have the doxing and the name calling. So you've got all of these different things going on, at the same time. And this is what people think is how we are. If they're someplace else in the world, this is how they see, because they think that how people are on YouTube is how we are here in America. It's not true, but they think that. Just like they think what they see on TV is. I know, Terry, and I honestly do not want to see it go to that extent over YouTube stuff, over something that was on the internet. And really, if you think about it, people putting people's information out there and doxing them, that is a form of cyberbullying. Which we know is illegal. So we have to do better. You have to do better. So I had to take a drink of some water. But the good thing is that in all reality, it really is a small portion of the population that is doing all of this stuff. And although it is a distraction nonetheless that is going to go away eventually, one way or another. And it may come down to the point that some people are literally going to lose their platform on YouTube because they're not using their platform properly. And that would be a shame. But that's originally, we all know the original purpose of YouTube was a streaming platform. They didn't even have any live streams or anything. Now they do. And now next to Google, YouTube is the next place that people go for information. So that being said, they're not coming to YouTube looking for people arguing back and forth about stupid stuff. Yeah, something like that. But the reality is that the majority of us are out here having intelligent conversations. We're expanding our knowledge. We're having healthy debates about things, and then we're putting out good content, on an array of things. So, like I said, the drama is just a small portion. It's just that because it's going on, it's getting a lot of attention. It just is. It's not even the first time. Now it's happening with the smaller YouTubers. 6 months ago, it was the bigger YouTubers. So at some point, it's going to have to stop. Because the reality is that people are literally all over the world, not just all over the country, all over the world, on here. So I'm gonna get beat up over here, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. I was like, so it just makes, it's like a cyber community. So everybody's not gonna get along. So if you don't like so and so, stay away from so and so. They online. You don't have to see them. You don't have to look at their content. And you definitely don't have to bring people who are not even on YouTube into the middle of the mix. People's parents, people's kids. All of that's just so unnecessary. I mean, I can, Matt, I can see the healthy debates, where when you finish the conversation, you agree to disagree, and you can get passionate about it. I mean, a lot of us have just agree to disagree, and then some people are like me, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just going to agree to disagree with you on it. Even, if I think what you're saying is crazy, I'm just going to say, I think that's crazy, but we're just going to agree to disagree. But everybody doesn't operate that way, and for some people, this is the only place that they feel that they can be heard. This isn't the only place that I can be heard. It's just another place that I can be heard. Before I did YouTube, I did radio for over 10 years. I could be heard all the time. So I guess it's different for me. I guess I have a different reason for being here. I really want to educate people, on autism and I want to learn about things, and then things that I learn about that have nothing to do with autism. I want to talk about those things too. I want to talk about everything, and, meet people and expand my experience outside of just autism. But that's me. That's how I am, but as far as what I'm going to contribute, what I'm contributing, I'm just not contributing to the drama. I'm going to support who I want to support. And obviously, if somebody's coming off negative and toxic, nobody needs to tell me that. I can see it myself. And I probably won't support that person, But ultimately, it's everybody's decision as to who they support, and people just need to be very careful about what information they're putting out on YouTube. Point blank. Because it is the internet, and you don't know these people personally. Everyone that we talk to on YouTube is an acquaintance. If you ever meet that person off of YouTube, it's still going to take a minute before they're more than an acquaintance. I'm just saying. And I think it would be better if people treat everything like that. Yeah, if you're the kind of person who can easily get absorbed in stuff, maybe you need to pull back from YouTube for a minute. Maybe you need to pull back. I agree. I agree with that, Matt. You know, I just hope that most people are free thinkers on this platform. I know I am. And that's the kind of conversations that I like, that I have in my live streams, you know. And, you know, if someone is using their platform in that manner, you know, to turn people against other people on here for no reason. Now, it's one thing if they're warning you about behaviors that the person is exhibiting, and then you know, offering the evidence. Okay, then that's fine. But then from that point on, it's still your choice. It is ultimately each and every person out there's choice as to who they're going to you know, support and not support. You know, I'm not a follower, so you know, the people that are followers like that, who can, you know, someone can, you know, turn them against somebody like that, you know, just by, you know, saying a few words. They're weak-minded. That's just what it is. I mean, you know, for the most part, most of the people are telling you about their experience, you know, and that's exactly what it is. They're giving you, you know, what they did, why they don't want to deal with this person, and that's ultimately what it is. Then you make your own decision. Now, granted, in some of the cases, they're absolutely right. Some of these people don't have any content. Their only content is beef and drama. And so if that's all they're doing, then, you know, if that's not what you're into, you're not going to support them anyway. So nobody needs to tell you that. But I appreciate people telling you about things that are happening as far as, you know, the doxing situation. I just think that once that information was out there as to who, you know, who had done what and this and that, it just snowballed into a huge situation. And the fact is that a lot of this stuff apparently has been going on for like about a year. And it's just coming to a head right now. You know? So I think when all the dust settles, the people who have good content are going to still be up and running. And, you know, if those are pages that you were following, then you don't really have any issues. I mean, the ones who have garbage, if they still survive, then you don't have to follow them. You know, but yeah, right is right and wrong is wrong. Exactly. And that's the way I feel. You know, people pulling people's kids into it, it's not right. You know? I mean, that's how I would feel. Somebody come after me and they go after my son who has absolutely nothing to do with it, even though, you know, most of the stuff I talk about is about him. They go after him. Yeah, I'm gonna have a problem with that. But they don't know my son. They can say whatever they want. You know, what does he care? They don't know enough about him to be able to say anything. You know? You know, if they find a picture of him, so what? I post pictures of him myself. You know what I'm saying? There's everything about me that I put out there, you know, it is what it is. You know, but I haven't put anything out there that is of any interest to anybody to do anything with. You know, I don't even, and when you look at the situations where people are going back and forth, it just seems to be jealousy. You know, because people like one platform more than another platform. That's silly. Oh, he's doing good. He's just sitting over there chilling, which is a good thing. He is doing good, you know. But for me, I think it's good that I'm watching this stuff playing out on here as a content creator, you know, while my channel, you know, with my channel being as small as it is, you know, because it just shows you don't get too involved in anything on YouTube. Take everything with a grain of salt. Everything with a grain of salt. Because it's YouTube. I know. That's the truth, Matt. You know, because I'm telling you, don't nobody want to keep seeing Nature Boy and the rest of them on YouTube parading around with no shirts on. Ain't nobody trying to see that. And ain't nobody trying to see the videos about it. So, you know. But I'm just watching, you know, the dust settling, and I'm watching some people starting to put out, you know, in between the nonsense, put out good content, you know, or put out good content in spite of. Yeah, some of these people are just out there. And this is, they think they're stars on here. So, you know. That's not why I'm here, but okay. Yeah, I've done a lot of stuff, you know. I just don't talk about it. You know, I don't really talk about it on here because that's not what I'm here for. You know what I mean? I'm thinking of, I mean, as I may even start doing radio again while I'm doing the YouTube thing. I'm thinking about it, but I have to find the time because right now, you know, I'm focused on this. It's my major focus. You know, and I'm trying to finish the book on autism, on raising my son. Once I finish that book, you know, which should be finished by the end of this month, you know, then I'm going to be trying to get that published the first part of next year. And still working on getting this monetized, you know. Right now, I'm trying to see if I can get to 1,000 hours of watch time by the end of the year. That's what I'm trying to get to. I have over 500 hours to go. A little over 500 hours to go. So I'm almost halfway there. You know. But I'm not even worried about it because I know that anything that I'm putting up here, I don't have to worry about, you know, 10 years from now, am I going to be worried about what I put up here? You know, 10 minutes from now, am I going to be worried about what I just put out on YouTube? Or am I going to be embarrassed by what I'm putting out on YouTube? So, I'm not. Yeah, I know. Well, actually, Sad Kid, tonight I'm getting ready to end the stream. I'm getting ready to end it. I've been on here for like almost an hour and 30 minutes, but I'm actually getting ready to get off tonight. But tomorrow night, sure. If you're around tomorrow night, absolutely. And Terry, tomorrow night I may want you to come up so that we can talk more about, you know, the identity of us here, because I really think that has a lot to do with a lot of stuff. Yes, I am on IG, Sad Kid. Same thing. It's DCThePurpleDiva on IG. Just send me a friend request on IG and I'll respond. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end. I'm gonna go ahead and end it tonight. But I will be probably popping through during the daytime tomorrow as well. And then tomorrow night, Terry, if you're available, I'd like to us to have some conversation in regards to the African identity. Because to me, part of the issue is, you know, we have people who we consider infiltrators in the community on YouTube. If the person is not 100%, you know, if one of the parents wasn't black or isn't black, you know, then you have some people who don't even consider them part of our actual community. I'd like to talk about that part too. You know, so I'd like to talk about that tomorrow too, Terry. You know, and I know you know what I'm talking about because it comes up in all of those, it comes up in the drama about the mulattoes, you know, and I'm sure we all have mulattoes in our families, you know, and we all probably have different opinions about their blackness, so to speak. But, you know, I'd like to have that part as part of the African identity. You know, those who, you know, because in all actuality, most of us are mixed with something other than African at this point in our history. Why am I in the dark? Oh, Cardi, yeah, man. Matt, did you see Jovi's video today? Jovi feels sorry for Cardi at this point. So, yeah, she would be. I don't even put Cardi in that class because I don't think either one of her parents is black. So I don't even, you know, and Dominicans, that's a whole nother situation with their African identity. That's a whole nother situation. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it for tonight. And what you say? I don't. Oh, yeah, you got to take a look at it. You got to take a look at it, Matt. You got to take a look at it. She uploaded earlier today. Take a look at it. Because, yeah, Offset's on another one. Anyway. But anyway, guys, until tomorrow or later today, for those of y'all, because most of y'all are east of me or another part of the world. Until tomorrow and later today, I'm offering you guys peace from the West Side. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.